Hey, what's up guys, it's iHackIOS here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my top 10 picks of iOS 9.3.3 Cydia tweaks of July 2016. Hope you enjoy. Now let's get started. So coming in at number 10, we have Ad Blocker. What Ad Blocker does is it blocks any ads to any app that you put on the blacklist. Now, what the blacklist is it's a list of apps that you can customize to your own liking. You add an app, and whatever app you put in there, any ads that are on that app will not show up. So that's pretty much what Ad Blocker does. So moving on. Now we are on to number 9. Number 9 is Better 5 Columns Home Screen. Now what that does is allows you to put 5 icons in each layer on your home screen. As you can see from my display, I have Photos, Camera Settings, Messengers, Facebook, all on one layer. And then the second layer I have my jailbreak folder, Music, Gmail, Recorder, and Snapchat. If I go over to my second page, now on the first layer I have Minecraft, Pokemon Go, Productivity folder, Extras folder, Watch app, Phone, and Videorama. Now, Phone and Videorama are on a second layer, which only have 2 apps. So, technically there's not 5, but I can add 3 more to that layer. But as you can see from the other 3 layers, I do have 5 apps on them. So it gives you 5 more apps on each page of your home screen. Now, I do not have all my home screen filled up with apps, just because I do not like a cluttered mess on my phone. Now, before we go any farther, I just want to make sure I show you guys that I am on 9.3.3. So we're going to go ahead and go to General, About, and version is 9.3.3. Now I'm running this on an iPhone 5S, so it does work on the older phones. But because you cannot jailbreak 9.3.3 on any older device than the 5S, the iPod 6, and the iPad Pro something, it only works on those and up, so 64-bit. So moving on to number 8, we have betterfiveicondock. It is pretty much like the Better 5 Columns home screen, but on the dock. So as you can see from my display, I have 5 icons on my dock: Cydia Messages, App Store, Safari, and YouTube. It gives you 1 extra space on your dock to help improve the apps that you use most. Now moving on to number 7. Number 7 is Snap Plus. What Snap Plus does is it gives you more buttons in Snapchat. You can see over here we have this button here, which is like a funnel, I guess, with a plus, which you can create your own filters. So, say you have pictures in your camera roll. Say I like this. We're going to go ahead and name this Space. I think I spelled that right. I'm not the best at spelling. Now we have our own filter. So we can go ahead and hit done. And if we go ahead and take a picture, and we swipe over, there's our filter. Now, I don't know why you'd want to create another filter, because it kind of blocks out your picture, but there you go. Also, if we swipe over more, you can see that it says I Heart Sydney, Sydney, Sydney. Now what that is if you go ahead and hit this pointer, or location or whatever, it'll take you to this. Now you can change custom location by that, or you can go back to default, or one of these pre-selected locations. Now, down here at the bottom we have this little button, which takes you to your camera roll. So you can choose any picture from your camera roll to be added, so that you can customize it and post it to Snapchat. Now this one over here to the right, the bottom right, we have group. You can create a group and send messages or snaps to people in that group all at once. Now, if you want to add me on Snapchat, here's my Snapchat code. Go ahead and add me, and I will add you back. Also, if you add me on Snapchat and you have any problems with your jailbreak, you can Snapchat me and I will try to get back to you with the help that you requested. Moving on to number 6, YouTube++. YouTube++ allows you to get more enhancements on your YouTube application. So coming in at number 5 is Status HUD2. What Status HUD2 does is it gets rid of that annoying display of the volume in the middle of your screen. So it puts it up into the status bar, as you can see, as I'm demonstrating. Now there are multiple customizations you can do, as setting the way they look to circle, or you can have them as square, as I do here. And I'll go ahead and go into my settings app and show you guys. So if I scroll down to the Status HUD2 setting, sorry about my lisp. I have a lisp when it comes to S's and Z's and a few more letters. So please excuse that. So you want to go into here after you've downloaded it and enabled it. Now, style, you can have circle or square. I've talked to the developer and they say that they're going to be adding more styles. So you can have it as circle or square. You can change the size, whoops, wrong one, size to normal or larger. So it gets a little bit bigger. And the dismiss delay. So you can have it as very slow. So if you hit that, it'll go a little slower, but you have to actually respring your device for any of these settings to take place. I have mine as fast because I hate the status bar, or I hate the display being up there. So, coming in at number 4, my bad guys, is swipe selection. What swipe selection is if I go to my notes for say, and you have, say you're typing something, but you misspelled the word. Now you don't want to tap on the screen or hold your finger on the screen and look for it. So what this does is, if you're on an older device that is not a 6S Plus, which I believe is the only one that has it, to where you can swipe your finger on the keyboard and move the that bar, this is what it adds. So all you gotta do is just put your finger on the keyboard and move it back and forth left and right. It will move the bar left and right as you so choose. I also want to try something because I'm not sure if that works as well. No, that does not. Okay, so you cannot swipe up and down to go between lines, but you can swipe left and right to go find your letter. Say that I wanted to get rid of that J and add a K. There you go. You can do that simply. So it does go between lines if you go from the left to the right and you keep going past that certain spot that you have written last on that first line, it'll go to the second line and continuously move. So you can go like that, and this is very helpful if you type a lot on your phone. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this note because I don't want it in my notes. So that was number 4, my bad guys. Moving on to number 3. Number 3 is cylinder. What cylinder does is, as you can see, it changes the way you swipe from page to page. It gives your icons a little bit more pizzazz and spices up your home screen. So now it's not that boring old home screen. Now you got a little bit more pizzazz and your apps switch differently. Now there are multiple customizations you can do to set it as your own, as you desire. Mine is what I desire, so I have mine as that. But all you gotta do is go to settings, go to the cylinder setting, go to effects, and you can choose from multiple effects. Now, I believe you can download more effects from Cydia, but how, I don't know. You can also create your own formula. So we're going to go ahead and name this iHack iOS, create formula. Now you go ahead and have that formula created, and now whatever you have selected, so I have selected cube inside, cube inside, hyperspace, Rubik's Cube complex, and vortex. So those 4 I have selected. Now, if you whatever ones you have selected, and you create a new formula, and you have that formula selected, is what it will do. So you can have multiple formulas, and then you can just select whichever one you want, and it will do whatever you have selected for that formula. So, as you see, I have these ones selected, which are my favorite. You may have different favorites, so go ahead and customize it your own way. So coming in at number 2, we have display recorder, which is what I'm using to record this video as of now. It is my favorite recorder from a jailbreak forever, pretty much. I've always used this one for when I've had a jailbroken device, because the developer is a really good friend of mine, and he constantly updates the display recorder. So what I'm saying is that the display recorder will never bug out. It's the best recorder there is for a jailbroken device, and I think one of the only ones as well. It is really good, very good quality, records audio unlike some, aka Shu, or Shao, however you pronounce it. It sucks. But it's a really good screen recorder. If anybody asked me what screen recorder would I prefer, I would say display recorder. Now, the only thing about this is it is paid, or it costs money. Now, if you don't want to pay for a Cydia tweak, stay until the end of the video, where I will be talking about another video I have coming out. It should come out right after this one, because I'm recording them simultaneously. Or not simultaneously, back to back. So after this video, I'm going to record that one. So while this video uploads, that one will be being recorded. And then after I'm finished that one, it will be uploaded. I will have a link to it in the description below. Now moving on to number 1. Number 1 is one of the most highly used tweaks in Cydia for 9.3.3 since its release. It has to do with Pokemon Go. It is it's Poke Plus Plus. Now, what Poke Plus Plus does is it adds in some widgets you can use, or tools, whatever you say. I say widgets, but it adds widgets into your Pokemon Go app. Now, the good thing about the plus about this tweak is it installs over your original Pokemon Go app. So it doesn't install a cracked version. It just installs right on top of your actual Pokemon Go app. Like I said, it's Poke Plus Plus, and all the tweaks that I mentioned in this video that have a certain source that needs to be downloaded will be in the description below with a list of the tweaks. So each source that needs to be for that tweak will be next to the name. So we're going to go ahead and retry the login real quick. I don't know why it's not letting me log in. But while it does that, I'll go ahead and talk to you guys about this. This little white dot up here, if you go ahead and tap that, it'll hide the menu. If you tap in that area again, it will open up the menu. This bar here, we're going to talk about this bar first. This bar is 3 little widgets you can use. There's the speed widget, the tap to walk, and the patrol. The speed widget has speeds from 1 times speed, which is normal walking, to 2 times speed, which is kind of like jogging or riding a bike, and then 4 times speed, which is kind of like driving a car, but like really slow. Now, if you go to catch a Pokemon, make sure that your speed is set to 1 times. Otherwise, most likely, the Pokemon will escape from your Pokeball, no matter what kind of Pokeball it is, every time, and run away, and you will not be able to catch that Pokemon. So make sure you have it set to 1 time speed. Now, tap to walk. Tap to walk, if you enable it, you might as well just go ahead and go into the settings, which I'll show you guys how to in a minute, and turn off the joystick, because you won't need the joystick if you have tap to walk. So tap to walk. It uses the compass in the app. So whatever way is north, if you tap in front of your character, okay, well, it's not wanting to load me in for some reason. But if you tap in front of your character, it will take you north. No matter where you tap, like if you're trying to tap on a certain spot to go, if you tap in front of your character, or at the top of the screen, it will take you north. If you tap to the right of the screen, it will take you east. To the left, it will take you west, and to the bottom, it will take you south. As going for the secondary directions, which is southeast, southwest, northwest, and northeast. So if you tap to the top right, it will take you northeast. To the top left will take you northwest. To the bottom left, it will take you southwest. To the bottom right, it will take you southeast. Now, I don't use tap to walk because of that reason. So, moving on to patrol. Patrol is for if you have eggs in an incubator and you don't want to walk and to hatch your eggs, you go ahead and turn that on and leave your phone alone. Just make sure Pokemon Go is still open. You can go onto your computer, play Minecraft, or do whatever you do. But make sure your phone stays on, and you won't have to worry about your phone until your eggs hatch. So you turn that on, and your guy will walk around in circles until your eggs hatch. It is actually one of the fastest ways to hatch an egg. So just make sure if you want to go somewhere else, turn patrol off, so you can start playing the game with the hack. Moving on to the second column. Second column, fake location. What fake location is you want to have that on whenever you're using the hack tool. Fake location allows you to walk around without having to go outside of your house or wherever you are. If you do not have it enabled, it will not let you use the hack. You must have it enabled in order to use the hack. Now, settings. We can go ahead and go into that. Now, if you go into settings, it'll show you the usage options, credits, and support. Usage options. You have show joystick and enhanced throw. Now, show joystick is the joystick we have down here. And it's still not letting me in for some reason. Anyways, show joystick is the joystick that you just saw. That allows you to use the joystick and move it around and to move your character. It is the best way to go if you're going to be moving around, trying to go someplace. So I have that turned on, because I do not use tap to walk or the other feature of map. I only use map sometimes. I won't be able to show you guys exactly how to use it because 1, my account will not log in for some reason right now, and 2, I do not want to show you guys my exact location. So, enhanced throw. What enhanced throw does is it increases the chance of getting a perfect ball. Now, you can still get nice and great, but if you get a nice, well, actually, you can't get nice. If you get a nice throw, it'll give you a great throw. If you get a great throw, it'll give you a perfect ball. If you get a perfect ball, it'll give you a double perfect ball, I guess. Like you get double the XP for a perfect ball. Now, if you do not throw a perfect ball, you will get a nice ball. Or if you do not throw a great or perfect ball and you do not throw a nice ball, it will give you a nice ball. Pretty much. Now, the credits. The credits go out to Will Cobe, a.k.a. that. Now, this does require a certain source, but it's not from Will Cobe's source. I would not install it from his source, not to diss him, but his source is not 100%. So, meaning the hack will not work 100%. So, go ahead and install it from the source that I give you. Now, if you do so choose to, you can donate to him, as you can click the button that says Buy Will a Beer. So, if you enjoy using his app, or his hack, you can donate to him for him to put more money down to create better hacks for Pokemon Go and more apps. Or you can click on the support button, which is contact and more. I haven't clicked it, so I don't know what it's about, but you guys can go ahead and find that out yourself. Now, moving on to the walk home. The walk home is the most important button that you will find on this hack. If you do move away from your house using the hack, you will always want to hit the walk home button before you close your app, or you turn your phone off, or you put your phone into sleep mode or anything like that. You must hit the walk home button. If you do not walk home and you close your app or restart your app or anything like that, you will be teleported back to your starting point. Now, that doesn't sound like it's a bad thing, but if teleporting around in Pokemon Go will give the people that work for Pokemon Go the suspicion that you are cheating. Now, if you are cheating, you will either get one of two possibilities. One, you get a soft ban, which is a 4 to 8, possibly to 12, depending on how bad, ban from the game, so you will not be able to play for that certain amount of time. Now, it is 4 to 12 hours, is what I've seen, is 4 to 12 hours of a soft ban. So you will not be able to play for between those 4 to 12 hours. Possibly longer, depending on how bad. Now, a hard ban is they will ban your account completely. They do not allow cheating at all. So if you are teleporting, you will most likely get one of those two bans. So make sure you hit that walk home and let him completely walk home before you close your app. Now, if your app crashes or freezes or anything like that and you need to restart, you do have a 10-second window before the app will completely refresh itself. So you can go ahead and go back into your app and hit walk home. Now, the map feature. The map feature is, if you've watched any other video on Pokemon Go, and they show you that little map where it shows you the Pokemon. It is that exact map, but with some tweaks. So you can go ahead and move the map around and tap on a certain place, and there will be a little button that says walk here. If you go ahead and hit that button, your guy will automatically walk there. And you will not have to worry about him until he gets to that area. Or you can watch around while he's walking to that area to see if he finds any Pokemon that you do not have or you wish to catch. Now, I would go into it and show you guys how it works, but I do not want to show you my exact location. There's also one more feature that I want to go over. That feature is on the side of the screen where these two toggles are. Right below them, there is, whenever you get close to a Pokemon, it'll give you a little pop-up of a white circle with the Pokemon's picture in it. Now, if you go ahead and tap on that Pokemon, it'll walk you over to that Pokemon, and that Pokemon will spawn. You can go ahead and tap on that Pokemon and try to catch him. It is not 100% correct, and will not show you every Pokemon that is exactly right by you. There are some Pokemon that will not show up on your list of Pokemon nearby. Some Pokemon will show up on your Pokemon list nearby and use on that widget. Some will not. So it is not 100%, but it does work 100%, if you catch my drift. This is one of the best Pokemon Go hacks I've seen so far. Now, this one is for jailbroken devices only, as you can tell from the cydia tweaks. But if you do not have a jailbroken device, do not worry, I will be posting a video for non-jailbroken device users. But if your device can be jailbroken, I highly strongly urge you to jailbreak the device, because if you want a Pokemon Go hack. Because the other way is not 100%. There's really high chances that you will get banned just for using that way. It does involve using a cracked version of the app, so your regular Pokemon Go app will not be used while you're using the cracked version of the app. It will install a completely different cracked version app. So I highly recommend jailbreaking your device and using this version. So thank you guys for watching. This has been iHackIOS here, and if you enjoy any of my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. As I said earlier in the video, if you want to get Cydia tweaks, themes, and more on Cydia for free without having to pay, go ahead and check out my video in the description below. Just a fair warning, I am not responsible for anything that happens to you after watching that video. If you do anything that I do in that video, I am not to be blamed or sued for anything that happens to you, your phone, or anything involving the laws or government or anything like that, because I have fair warned you that it is illegal. So that video is for educational use only. If you do so, choose to click on either links in that video or use either two of those links in the video, which are the sources for the repos the sources for the hacks. It is at your own risk, and I cannot be blamed for anything. As I said, thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you have any issues with Cydia or the tweaks that I have shown you guys, please comment below and I will try to help you as best I can. Or you can add me on Snapchat by adding the code in the video and ask me there. I will also help there. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.